It's unfolding now. The final chapter of August is not ordinary time. It is a crossing point where endings dissolve and beginnings ignite. These last days are not just slipping hours on a clock. They are thresholds, invitations and quiet tests. The energy is undeniable, and if your eyes have found these words, it isn't by coincidence. You were meant to arrive here. Feel it. The atmosphere itself has shifted. The air is heavier, charged with a current that unsettles even as it awakens. Your body senses it before your mind understands. One moment, waves of weariness pull you under, and the next, sparks of awakening surge through your being. Clarity, lift you higher. Your emotions surge like tides, revealing truths you thought you had buried, and your dreams speak louder than ever before. These are not random fragments of experience. They are the language of the universe, reminding you that something extraordinary is unfolding right now. The last days of August serve as a crucible, a refining fire. This is when illusions break down, when distractions grow louder, and when the voice within, the one aligned with your higher calling, pushes through the noise. The energies of this week are not here to punish or confuse you. They are here to reveal what has been hidden, to strip away what no longer belongs, and to activate what has always been waiting inside you. And so if you find yourself here listening, it means you are standing at the edge of transformation. You are being asked to choose with greater awareness, to step forward with courage, to recognize that the timing is not random, it is divine. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because the most important revelation comes at the close. And if these words already resonate deep within you, type 777 in the comments right now, as a sign that you are aligned with this truth. You are here because something inside of you already knows this final passage of August is not like the weeks that came before. The currents of energy moving through your life are deeper, stronger, more insistent. They are not asking politely for your attention. They are demanding it. They are calling every part of you to awaken, to notice, to stop hiding behind the comforts of routine and certainty. This is the week where your old patterns feel too heavy to carry. Habits that once gave you safety, now feel like chains. The conversations you used to tolerate, suddenly feel draining, and the masks you once wore effortlessly, now burn your skin. You can't pretend anymore, not even to yourself. That is the gift of this time. It strips away the illusions, leaving you face to face with your truth. For many of you this will manifest as sudden emotional waves. One moment you feel raw, fragile, almost broken, and in the next, an unexplainable surge of power runs through you, reminding you that you are made of something eternal. These fluctuations are not weakness. They are evidence that you are shifting frequencies. The higher your vibration rises, the more your old limitations scream to hold you back. This is why the contrast feels so sharp. Look closely at your dreams this week. They are not random. They are maps. Night after night, your subconscious is delivering guidance, unlocking doorways that your waking mind often resists. You may dream of people you haven't seen in years, of journeys across unfamiliar landscapes, of symbols that linger even after you wake. Don't dismiss them. Write them down. These are pieces of your initiation, preparing you for choices that will shape not just your days but your destiny. And yes, there will be tests. The energy of late August has always been about refinement. Think of gold placed in fire. It is not destroyed. It is purified. You may notice conflicts rising, misunderstandings surfacing, delays or challenges appearing out of nowhere. These are not punishments. They are opportunities to practice alignment. The universe is asking, will you fall back into old reactions, or will you rise into the clarity of your higher self? Relationships will feel this shift the most. Some bonds will strengthen, revealing a depth of authenticity you hadn't recognized before. Others will feel fragile, exposed, as if the foundation is crumbling beneath them. This is natural. The energies of this week are sorting, separating, illuminating. Not everyone is meant to continue with you into the next chapter. Release with love, hold with gratitude. But above all, trust the timing. You may notice signs everywhere. Numbers repeating, songs that appear at the perfect moment, conversations overheard that speak directly to your soul. The outer world reflects the inner transformation. Pay attention. Every sign is a breadcrumb on the path, guiding you toward alignment with the truth you've been seeking. And here is the most important thing. You are ready. You wouldn't be feeling these waves. You wouldn't be hearing these words if your soul had not already decided it was time. The final days of August are not random. They are the mirror that shows you who you truly are. The world is shifting. Yes, but more importantly, you are shifting. And the universe is aligning all of creation to meet you exactly where you stand. So breathe deeply. Accept the discomfort. Honor the revelations. Every moment of unease is actually a doorway. Every challenge is an initiation. Every surge of clarity is proof that you are walking into alignment. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. This week is not here to crush you. It is here to awaken you. And as we continue deeper, remember this truth. You are seeing this because you are finally ready. There comes a moment in every journey where the questions you've been carrying no longer matter, because the answers rise from within. That moment is now. The closing days of August are not simply about endings and beginnings. They are about revelations. Hidden truths are surfacing. Truths you have long suspected, but never dared to speak out loud. And here is the part that most people will never tell you. The intensity you are feeling is not chaos. It is alignment. Yes, it feels heavy at times. Yes, it shakes your routines, your relationships, your plans. But beneath the noise, a deeper order is emerging. The universe is not here to confuse you. It is here to strip away what is false, so that what is real can finally take its place. You may have noticed how your patience is being tested. Delays, obstacles, interruptions. They appear almost deliberately, as if life is trying to see how far you can bend without breaking. But what if I told you that these delays are not setbacks? They are recalibrations. The energy of this week is teaching you one of the greatest spiritual lessons, that timing is sacred. What doesn't move now is not meant to move. What seems blocked is being protected until the right alignment arrives. And here is the unspoken truth. You are being protected even in your frustration. The door that won't open is not your punishment. It is your safeguard. The silence from someone you expected to hear from is not rejection. It is redirection. The no you keep receiving is not failure. It is the universe whispering, not this, not yet, trust me. But let's go deeper still, because what you are feeling now is not just personal. It is collective. You are not the only one sensing the shift. Look around. People everywhere are restless, emotional, unsettled. The energy of this week is like a mirror, forcing humanity itself to face the illusions it has carried for too long. The distractions grow louder, the noise intensifies, but beneath it, a pulse, a vibration, a truth is building. And you, by hearing these words, are part of the few who are awakening to it consciously. This is where the path becomes more mysterious, because while many will try to distract themselves, to numb, to run, you are being invited to pause and listen. The signs are everywhere, if you dare to see them. Numbers repeating in impossible sequences, a sudden song carrying the exact message you needed, a stranger's words echoing your own inner thoughts. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are the universe reaching into your reality to say, yes, you are on the path. Yes, this is real. And now, listen closely, because this is the part that no one will tell you outright. The energy of these days is designed to separate. What does that mean? It means that you will begin to notice who around you resonates with your truth, and who no longer does. You will feel it instantly. Some people's presence will bring peace, alignment, expansion. Others will feel like sandpaper against your spirit. Don't ignore this. The universe is showing you, without disguise, where you are meant to give your energy, and where you must begin to withdraw it. This is not about judgment. It is about clarity. Not everyone can walk with you into the next chapter. Some connections are seasonal. Some were only meant to awaken you, not to stay with you. And if you cling, you will feel resistance. If you release, you will feel freedom. That is the test of this week, the courage to let go of what is ending, and the faith to embrace what is waiting. And now, let me speak directly to you, because I know you've felt it. You've sensed that something is shifting, that what used to excite you now feels dull, that what used to soothe you now feels empty. This is not depression. This is evolution. You are not losing yourself. You are shedding what you no longer are. The truth, the one you won't hear in most places, is that this process cannot be avoided. You can resist, but the current will still carry you. The only question is whether you surrender gracefully, or struggle against what is already destined. And here's the gift. When you surrender, when you trust, you unlock energy that was waiting for you all along. Doors open, synchronicities multiply, and clarity returns. So let me say it clearly. You are not falling apart. You are being rebuilt. And in this rebuilding, patience is not weakness. It is power. Waiting is not passivity. It is alignment. Protecting your energy. Saying no. Creating silence. These are not escapes. They are sacred acts of preservation. The final days of August are not easy, but they are necessary. They are the initiation you asked for long before you remembered asking. And if you are here listening, then you already know something in you is ready to rise. You can feel it, can't you? Something in the atmosphere has shifted so strongly, that even the smallest moments feel different now. The familiar patterns of your life no longer hold the same power. What used to comfort you now feels hollow. What used to drain you now feels unbearable. This is not coincidence. This is initiation. Every soul alive in this moment is being pulled toward a choice, not a surface-level decision, not about small details of everyday life, but a profound, invisible, sacred choice. Will you keep living as the person you thought you were, or will you finally step into who you came here to be? This week is not about surviving the noise of the world. It is about listening beneath the noise, because hidden within the chaos is a rhythm, a secret pulse, a divine frequency that has been calling you all along. And here is where it becomes undeniable. Once you hear that frequency, you cannot unhear it. Once you glimpse the truth, you cannot go back to the illusion. But let's pause, because this is where many struggle. The truth, when it arrives, is not always gentle. It doesn't pat you on the back and tell you everything will be easy. The truth often shakes, dismantles, unsettles. It demands that you face yourself without the masks. It demands that you let go of what you clung to for safety. And yes, it demands that you trust in something greater than your fear. Most people will try to run from this moment. They will distract themselves with noise, drown themselves in busyness, numb themselves with endless stimulation. They will do anything to avoid the silence where the truth speaks. But you are different. You wouldn't be here listening to this if your soul hadn't already chosen to awaken. And now I will say what few will dare to say. The old world you once relied on is dissolving. Structures, systems, expectations, everything that felt permanent is showing its cracks. And though the surface may tremble, beneath it all, a new foundation is being built. A foundation that does not depend on fear, control, or illusion, but on alignment, trust, and truth. This is why you may feel both lost and alive at the same time. One moment you grieve what is ending. The next you feel the spark of what is beginning. You are standing between two worlds. The world you are leaving and the world you are becoming. It is uncomfortable. Yes, but it is sacred. And here is what you must understand. The discomfort is the proof. The heaviness in your chest. The restlessness in your mind. the tension in your relationships. These are not signs you are failing. They are signs you are transforming. They are the birth pains of a new chapter. You may notice your intuition is sharper now. You think of someone and they call. You ask for a sign, and it appears. You feel drawn to pause before making a decision, and that pause saves you from a mistake. This is not your imagination. This is your alignment with the divine, growing stronger, clearer, undeniable. And still, the tests come, the delays, the misunderstandings, the challenges. They are the universe's way of asking, do you really trust? Do you really know who you are? Will you stand firm in your truth, even when everything around you shakes? Here is the secret most will not tell you. Your spirit chose this time before you arrived in this body. You chose to live in these exact days, in this exact energy, to face these exact challenges. Why? Because your soul knew that pressure creates diamonds, and you are in the process of becoming unbreakable. So let me tell you directly. Stop questioning if you are strong enough. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. Stop asking if you are ready. You are. The very fact that you are hearing these words means your spirit has already crossed the threshold. Look around your life with new eyes. Notice what no longer fits. Notice what drains you. Notice what feels out of alignment. And instead of clinging to it out of fear, dare to release it, because the space you create will not stay empty. The universe always fills it with clarity, with opportunities, with new connections that resonate with who you are becoming. This is the turning point. The week where you stop doubting the voice within. The week where you stop waiting for permission. The week where you step forward, not recklessly, but with steady faith. And yes, there will be resistance. The old self will try to pull you back. The voices of fear will rise. The illusions will tempt you. But remember this, those who cling to the old will drown with it. Those who release will rise. You are not meant to live half awake anymore. You are not meant to hide in shadows of what was safe. You are meant to expand, to embody, to live fully as the soul you are. There are truths that the world around you will never openly admit, because they shake the very foundations of the reality you were taught to accept. And yet, if you are listening now, you already sense them. You have felt the cracks in the story you were told. You have seen through the illusions that once kept you safe. And this is the moment when the veils grow thinner, when what was hidden begins to stand in the open. The final stretch of August is not just about endings. It is about revelations that demand your attention. You may notice them in small ways, the way your heart tightens around people or places that no longer align with you. The synchronicities multiply the moment you begin to trust. The way your body reacts before your mind even catches up. Pay attention to these signals. They are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the old world you knew is dissolving, and the new one is calling you forward. This is something few will ever say out loud. This transformation will not be comfortable. Growth never is. You are not being asked to float gently into the next version of yourself. You are being asked to break through. That is why you may feel restless, unsettled, even disoriented. The familiar safety nets are no longer holding. The routines that once gave you peace now feel hollow. This is the universe's way of saying you cannot go back, but do not mistake discomfort for danger. It is evidence of your expansion. Think of the seed pushing through the soil. To the seed it feels like destruction, but to life, it is creation. That is where you are now, breaking open so that something greater can emerge. And here lies the deeper mystery. You are not walking this path alone. All around you, others are awakening. Even if they do not yet have the words to describe it, you can sense it in their eyes, in their voices, in their silent questions. The collective field is shifting, and you are part of the few who are consciously aware of it. That awareness is not an accident. It is a responsibility. So what do you do with it? You protect your energy. You learn the sacred art of boundaries. You do not allow every voice, every fear, every distraction to enter your sacred space. You begin to choose more carefully. the conversations you engage in, the people you give your attention to, the thoughts you allow to grow inside your mind. Because the truth is this, your energy is currency, and this week is testing how you spend it. And let's go deeper still, the signs will intensify, repeating numbers, sudden encounters, messages hidden in the ordinary. You may dismiss them at first as imagination, but soon they will become undeniable. Why? Because the universe is relentless in guiding you. The more you pay attention, the clearer the guidance becomes. Yet here is the paradox. The clearer the signs, the louder the distractions. The world around you will try to pull your focus. Old habits will whisper that it is safer to stay the same. People who fear your growth will cling tighter, trying to hold you in the version of yourself they once knew. Do not be fooled. This resistance is proof that you are moving forward. And now I will say the part that many resist hearing. Not everyone can come with you. Some friendships will fade. Some relationships will end. Some roles and identities will fall away. This is not cruelty. It is alignment. The path you are stepping onto requires freedom. And sometimes freedom means release. Trust that those who are meant to remain will remain. And those who leave are making space for what is waiting. This is why patience becomes your greatest strength. Now, because while endings may feel sharp, beginnings arrive in silence, growing in the unseen, until they are ready to emerge. Waiting is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is trust. It is alignment with the flow of divine timing. So do not rush. Do not force. Do not chase what is already falling away. Instead, breathe into the present moment. Anchor yourself in the knowing that every delay, every pause, every moment of stillness is not wasted. It is sacred preparation. And through it all, remember this: you are not being broken down. You are being rebuilt. Every test, every challenge, every unanswered question is shaping you into the version of yourself that you once prayed you could become. The hidden path is unfolding. You are already walking it. And though others may not understand, your soul does. That is why you are here. That is why these words find you now. You are seeing this because you are finally ready. There are lessons in life that arrive loudly, with sudden changes, dramatic events, and undeniable turning points. But there are also lessons that arrive quietly in the pauses between your breaths, in the subtle whispers that most people ignore. And in this final stretch of August, both are happening at once. The noise of endings surrounds you, but beneath that noise there is silence, a silence that carries the deepest teachings of all. You may have noticed it already, a strange stillness even in the middle of chaos, a calm that cannot be explained logically. It comes when you least expect it, while staring at the sky, while sitting in a room alone, while listening to words like these. That calm is not emptiness. It is presence. It is the reminder that no matter how turbulent the outer world becomes, your inner core is untouched. This is what the energies of this week are truly about, learning to stand in that inner core, to find the still point inside you, that does not waver, no matter how much the surface shakes. This is not avoidance. This is not denial. This is alignment. It is the recognition that your power does not come from controlling the storm, but from becoming the eye of it. And here is the truth you rarely hear. Sometimes the greatest transformation does not come from action, but from waiting, from restraint, from holding your energy, instead of scattering it, from saying no when the world demands yes, from staying silent when chaos begs you to react. This is the discipline of the soul, to know when to move and when to remain still. Patience is the hidden teaching of these days. Not passive waiting, but sacred patience. The kind of patience that says, I trust the timing even when I don't understand it. And if you pay attention, you will see that every delay, every pause, every unanswered question is not punishment. It is protection. Yes, protection. Because what most won't tell you is that not all doors are meant to open when you knock. Some are locked for your safety. Some are delayed until you are ready to walk. through them without falling back into old patterns. This week may feel like rejection, but in truth it is redirection. You are being guided, not denied. And here lies another secret. The signs of this protection are all around you. Look at the things that have been taken away suddenly. Look at the opportunities that slipped through your fingers. Look at the people who distanced themselves without warning. These may feel like losses, but step back and you will see they were shields. Shields keeping you from paths that would have drained your energy, from relationships that would have dimmed your light, from choices that would have pulled you further from your truth. This is why awareness matters, now more than ever, because the signs are subtle and the distractions are loud. Numbers repeating across your path, words echoing in dreams, a strange knowing in your chest when you meet someone new. These are not coincidences. These are the language of spirit guiding you with precision, and the more you trust it, the louder it becomes. But remember this: trusting the signs also means resisting the urge to force outcomes. The ego wants control. It wants answers now, clarity now, results now. But the soul knows that growth does not happen on demand. It unfolds in rhythm, in cycles, in seasons. And just as you cannot force a seed to bloom before its time, you cannot force your destiny to arrive before it is aligned. This is why you are being asked to slow down, to guard your energy, to protect the flame that is awakening inside you, because it is still tender, still vulnerable, still becoming. Do not expose it to every opinion, every fear, every doubt. Instead, nurture it. Feed it with silence, with stillness, with presence. Think of it this way: the world around you is noisy, because it is afraid of endings, afraid of change, afraid of uncertainty. But you are different. You are being trained to listen beneath the noise, to find truth in stillness. That is why this moment feels so strange, so fragile, so sacred. It is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to initiate you. And this initiation does not end today. It is ongoing. Every sunrise adds another layer. Every encounter offers another clue. Every challenge sharpens your vision. The journey is not over. It is deepening. So if you are hearing this, if you are still with me, know this: you are being prepared to move with greater wisdom, to walk with sharper vision, to act not from fear, but from alignment. This is why the pace is slow, why the pauses are long, why the silence feels heavy. It is the universe holding you steady, while the ground beneath your feet rearranges itself into something new. And though it may feel uncertain, though it may test your patience, trust this truth: you are not being delayed, you are being aligned. The path continues. The story is still unfolding, and the next chapter is already waiting to reveal itself. You have stayed with me until this point, and that alone speaks volumes. It means something inside of you has recognized the truth hidden within these words. It means your soul is no longer satisfied with illusions, with half-truths, with comfort that numbs but never nourishes. It means you are ready. Ready for what? Ready to step into alignment with who you really are. Ready to carry the weight of your own light. Ready to walk with clarity, even when the path ahead is not fully revealed. This moment is not about perfection. It is about permission. Permission to rise. Unsteady. Life does not pause until fear disappears. The choice to begin always lives in the present moment, and that choice is already in front of you. Now the path asks you to protect your energy, to release the conversations, the habits, and the roles that no longer carry your truth. Letting go is not loss. It is alignment. Every ending creates the space for something new, something you have been calling in without even realizing it. Silence too is part of the process. It is not emptiness. It is preparation. In the stillness beneath the noise, the ground beneath your feet is shifting, arranging itself so that when you finally take your step, it will hold you with strength. What feels like nothing is, in fact, everything happening beneath the surface. Patience is also required, not the restless kind that waits with frustration, but the patience born of trust. The seed does not question whether it will bloom simply because the soil has not yet broken. In the same way, you must not doubt what is unfolding within you, even when you cannot yet see it clearly. And more than anything, this is the time to remember who you are. Not the identity shaped by fear, doubt, or expectation, but the deeper presence that existed before all of it. The self that carries a light no shadow can reach. The truth that does not need approval to exist. Once you remember, you cannot forget. Once clarity touches you, no illusion can satisfy you again. Once the strength of your soul rises, no outside force can convince you that you are powerless. This is the quiet revolution within awareness breaking through the surface. This is the turning point of your life. Awareness reshapes everything. The way you see yourself, the way you meet challenges, even the way life responds to you. When you stand in truth, the current of energy changes, because truth has its own gravity. So do not take this lightly. This is not just another passing day. It is an initiation. You are standing before a threshold. Behind you lies the comfort of the familiar. Before you the mystery of the unknown. And yet the unknown is where faith calls you. The flame within you is already alive. It is waiting, urging, pressing forward, but it will not wait forever.